This is part number 2 of how I actually built this Power BI dashboard, the topic of which is EV charging stations in Rostock, Germany. At the moment, you can see what there is on the dashboard. One visualizations with Azure Maps, showcasing all the locations with their status being open or closed, the address, charging station in each location, price if available, opening hours, type of charging network type. On the top, we have the open location, closed location, stations. And on the right hand side, we have all the slicers. So now we're going to move to transform data or Power Query and see what steps I've applied or what transformations I've made in order to achieve this result. We're going to start with the SQL statement. This is query number 1 out of 3. A measure table, this is related to something else. This is where I store all the measures, so we're not going to be looking at this. So SQL statement, this is our fact table. It contains 102 rows and all the columns we have. Starting with on the right hand side, we have all the applied steps or all the transformations that I've made. Starting with the source, very easy. As I say, I'm not working with an Excel file stored locally, but with this one that is uploaded to the hosting platform. Moving to navigation, and we already see the file. And with the next step, I'm going to promote the headers. Now, we see that we have the data in German, so the next step will be converting the columns from German to English, or at least those that I need. And we see the result. I haven't done it with all of them, just those that I consider useful for this dashboard. Now, what I'm looking to get next is the full address, because Azure Maps works with an address, but I'm gonna need something more than, let's say, only the street address, because if you imagine, like, if you have street name, then if it's not mentioned the number, if it's not mentioned the city or the country, then that could be a little bit confusing. So what we need to do here is to combine a few columns together. And in our case, this will be the city name, the street name, the house number, and the house number suffix if we have one. Okay, this is the final result, and this is the way I've achieved it. It's a conditional column, and I say if house number suffix doesn't equal null, because it may happen, then take the city name, comma, the street name, empty space, number to text, house number, and number to text, because house number is recognized as a numeric column, and with this I'm making that column a text column. And then if I have the house number suffix, then take the city name, comma, street name, empty space, number to text again, the house number, and the house number suffix. And as we can see here, we already have some records that are coming with a number and others that are coming with a number plus a suffix. Then the default step in Power BI, converting, setting up the type for all the columns. And then the next 3 steps are related to translating content, not columns, content. And we see here, I'm creating a new column, price in English. And for this, I say if cost equals this, then replace it with free. If it's this, fee applies. If it's this, then parking fees, and so on. I don't know German. I use Google Translate for all the transformations, and um, I think it's enough. The same I've done for network type. Network equals, if it equals this, then semi-public. If it equals this, then it's private. The last conditional column is opening hours English, or the way I'm gonna call it probably later, schedule. So if we have schedule that equals Monday to this, then make it Monday to Thursday. Again, I use Google Translate to confirm the days of the week, and this is what we got. So we have a few cases where there are no changes in both languages is the same. So I had to make just these four. And of course, if it's null, I'm saying make it not available. And with the last steps, I'm removing all the columns that I don't need. It's one of the good practices. And in the next episode, I'm going to show you how I actually get from having the schedule in this format, taken of course into account the current time and date, how I get to have the status, whether this location is open or closed, which of course changes upon refresh of the data. So that's it, part number 2.